Like he likes to be a créateur, does he
A
not?
créateur.
Yes.
Is that the actual word in French?
Like I doubt it. No.
Okay,
I
great.
don't think it's créateur.
Thank
It's auteur actually.
Auteur.
Look at Champs trying to make up, trying to make up words.
No.
Yeah, I think it's this.
It is, isn't it? Like that's what I.
Isn't it? Are you asking me? Don't ask me.
He asked you.
It's a hypothetical question. It's not. It's a
It's not a
rhetorical question.
No.
It's a
Come
rhetorical.
on, bro. He asked you. He asked you
Okay.
because you know French.
I
Yeah.
do.
Well, you don't know French. Okay.
I knew French.
You know a spit of French.
No. I knew plenty of French.
He used to be acquainted with French.
I used to be acquainted
He knew
with French.
He
Yeah.
knew French.
I had a long relationship with French.
Wow.
You know, lasted 3 years and years.
Wow.
But then, like, I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to dig yourself out of this hole, but you're not going nowhere, man.
but then I
You don't know French no more. Period.
Exactly. I graduated school and I stopped doing French. So,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
like, yeah.
And that's your Fresh Prince theme song. Very nice.
But no, okay, how does that?
Oh.
How does that go?
Oh, no, that's it.
It goes like this. Hold up. This is how it goes. Hold up. This is how it goes.
That's how it goes. Okay.
This is the beginning of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
It doesn't sound very Fresh Prince at all.
This is the unedited intro. The second he walks in.
This is the raw version.
Hey, what's happening? Welcome to Past the Kabsa. It's your boy Adil. I got my boy Champs. I got my boy Tersh with
Yo.
me. We're all here up in here. Welcome to episode 8642, which is, by the way, 14.
Stop doing that.
We-
please.
Because I keep forgetting. This is how like my
This is how you remember?
my mechanism of remembering which
you do
episode it
quick
is.
maths in your
Quick maths in my head, yeah. See,
14.
because if you add the 4,000 with the 609,000
No, mm-mm.
and you divide it by 3 Shamsies,
Fellas,
and we all know 3 Shamsies is a negative.
You can't divide by Shamsi. That's the one thing.
Yeah.
That's 0 in Shamsi. No.
Oh man, what's happening, fellas?
it's all good.
What's good? What's popping?
What's new?
I don't know. Let's ask Shamsi. Shamsi, what's new?
What's new? Interesting week. Plenty of things happening this week.
Oh wow.
So this week was the kickoff of the female women's Saudi Pro
Hold up. I just want to give you like a quick like round of applause. Come on, give me your little snaps. There you go.
Okay.
For the way you just said like the segue real quick. Oh, a lot of amazing things happened
That's
today.
cool stuff.
That's amazing.
I also want to ask, what are female women?
Okay.
Oh my god. Would you let that go?
Sorry, I can't.
Opposite from male men.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh my god. Is it a fish?
It's the WF League KSA. Actually, that's
The WF League?
Yes.
What is
so
that exactly? Oh, isn't that the football?
The football league.
So is it,
Women's Football League.
okay, there you go.
Okay.
I thought it was like World Football League.
No, it's the local Saudi.
Because women are the world.
yes,
They
they
are.
are.
Yes, I'm just putting that
We're
out
not
there.
going to deny that.
They carry the world. They
You're
create
welcome,
the
man.
world.
I want to see how far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They carry
Like
what?
life. They carry life.
Oh, they
Okay,
carry life.
okay.
Oh,
And,
okay.
you know,
Is that how you only know them? Because they
Thank
carry
you.
life? That's
no,
it?
but that's one of the things that I love women for. They carry life.
You love
Thank
women because they carry life.
You know,
You
and men for supporting.
So you don't care about their brain, the way they think, their attitude. You only care that they can just get
Great
what's his name?
start, you guys. I love this episode.
Man, I'm
so
trying to
far.
push him to the edge, man.
Like, okay, this is not
Look,
where
he's
we're.
still going. Stop.
Okay, this is not where we're supposed to be going. Okay.
So you're saying the football?
The football league just kicked off Tuesday, November 17th.
That was last week.
That was last week. They have 24 teams spread across Riyadh, Jeddah, Khobar, and Dammam.
24.
Nice. 24.
24.
How many teams do we have for the males league?
Less than 24.
Yeah, but if in,
Oh, but you have tiers, I
in
assume.
terms of clubs, I think there's more than 24 clubs we have.
Yeah,
in total.
like we have tiers. Like
You
tier
have- oh, okay.
1, Mumtaz, tier 2, less Mumtaz,
Tier
Tier
3
shit
champs.
and
tier 3,
Maqbool,
Jayyid.
the whole thing. Yeah.
Mala fakhla.
All right.
All
So
right.
it's actually spread out with 10 teams in Riyadh, 10 teams in Jeddah, and 4
Alright.
teams in Khobar/Dammam.
Okay, interesting.
And the nice thing about it, that al-hamas wal-mut'a is always there. Like the excitement has been there from the beginning.
Could I ask a couple of questions? I don't know
Yes.
if you know or not.
Yes, tell me.
Do you know how many players are on each team? Is it the same thing, 24?
Like one of the articles I read
21,
mentioned
I
there's
don't
like
know.
600 players across the 24 teams. So
Alright.
I don't know if that makes
Quick
sense.
maths, come on. Yeah.
So
Tell me.
that's 24. That's 600.
Okay.
Divided by 24, you carry the 1.
No,
Okay.
don't
You put
even-
the X.
No. Calculate.
25.
Calculate.
It's 25.
Okay, that makes
Okay, yeah, all right. Oh, nice. Full squad.
25.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's how it usually is. It's like 11 main players, and then you.
I
got-
know football.
I don't know football.
I know.
I'm asking. I'm not telling.
Yes, it is 11. It is
Okay.
11.
Yes,
Yes.
11 players on the field for each squad. But here's my question. Like now I have more questions.
Okay, go on.
Training facilities?
I think each club has their own, field. I'm not
So
sure.
is it like Al Hilal and there's a Hilal's football team the same way they have like
I think it's much less established than that. Like some
okay.
of the teams have Twitter accounts. I looked it up like online on Twitter. Some of them have,
you were creeping?
touch
I mean you were investigating.
touch points, touch
I mean
points.
journalism.
journalism. Yes, investigating.
Journalism.
Yes. Some of them don't. But it's supposed to start. This was supposed to kick off in March apparently, and because of the whole
COVID.
pandemic
Allah
global
يوفقنا.
meltdown, they kicked it. They pushed it
Okay.
until last week. The interesting part about it was you had 7 games last week. Okay.
Nice. On kickoff day.
Kickoff day, you had 7 games. 3 of those 7 games had scores of 10-1, 10-0.
All right, okay. Give us our Messi's.
Yeah.
Give us our Ronaldos. Give us names.
That's يعني
Is it Fatma? It's taking a while.
We already have 10. Yeah.
Shout out
top
to Noor and
contenders.
Fatma. The man, that 1-2.
Yeah.
That 1-2. Oh my god.
No televised coverage, unfortunately, for the first year.
Yeah,
Again,
but who are the
first
teams?
year.
Who are
Well, there's
the top contenders?
the top.
We need to know
contenders.
the schedule also. Let's say we want to attend. Can we attend this one?
I
Is there like spectators
question.
or?
no idea.
Well, again, it's the COVID. Oh,
Yes.
that's actually
There's Al Yamama FC. There's
Okay.
the Blue Arrows.
the blue.
There's
Oh, there you go. All right.
Riyadh Ladies.
Those
Riyadh
are all
ladies,
the
Riyadh
winners.
Power.
Riyadh
The
Power.
plus 10 winners.
The
Plus 10 goals.
The plus 10 goals was Riyadh United.
Okay.
Real United. That's
Tigers.
I can hear
Tigers.
Elmo in the background,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
clapping really,
Yeah.
really hard.
Tigers, which is in Jeddah, and Kings United, which is in Jeddah.
So Kings and Tigers. Okay. Okay.
There's the
Makes
White
sense.
Lion
But where?
in Jeddah as well.
Doesn't-
So
make
there's a lion and a tiger in Jeddah, and what else?
cool. Bears.
There's a kink.
Sea fish? I don't know.
No sea fish. There's Raiders in Riyadh.
Oh, Raiders. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. There we go. Okay, now,
Which is-
now,
which
see,
is-
now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, which is
Okay.
So in Riyadh we got United, we got Raiders. Who else?
Riyadh Ladies.
Riyadh ladies.
Najd Al Riyadhi.
Najd Al Riyadhi.
Al Yamama.
That's a mouthful.
Sema.
Sema. Oh, there we go. All right,
Okay.
banking. There we
Okay,
go.
no.
I don't want to know all the teams.
No, no,
I want to
no.
know the ones that like won big.
Okay, those only 3. Kings United.
Kings
beat
United.
Jeddah Wave 10-0.
The wave.
Okay, see, there's
Jeddah Wave
Jeddah
is
Wave.
That's a
Then-
Jeddah.
hey,
That's a
stop
cool
telling
name.
me that name. That's,
That's
an
a cool
awesome
name.
name.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeddah Wave on the beach, Red Sea,
No,
connected.
Okay.
For real, like open your third eye, man.
I hope they're wearing blue.
I thought you were
like,
just gonna start freestyling.
no.
Okay.
I was just connecting the
Good
dots.
to know.
there's the White
The
Lion
Illuminati's.
who beat Al Amal 4-0.
All right.
Okay, and then
hope.
And, yeah, hope went down.
Yeah.
Hope went down.
there was no hope
There's no hope.
at the end of that night.
Oh, did Hope at least score?
Nope. 4-0. 4-0.
Okay.
Oh, Hope had no goals either.
Hope had no hope.
Oh,
Hope had no hope.
Tigers beat
the
Jeddah
title of my book.
Challenge 11-0. Yeah, صفر مرة.
Tigers. Tigers.
Ittihad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hold on, Tigers be who?
Jeddah Challenge.
Jeddah Challenge. Okay, see, there's another club. Jeddah Challenge. So there's Jeddah Wave, there's Jeddah Challenge.
Just telling you 10 here and 10 there and 10 there.
I understand, but I'm trying to remember the names.
Don't even try.
No, I want to find a favorite club and I just stick with them.
Pick one of the Riyadh ones.
Yeah.
I'm going for Yamama FC because they're the only ones who have an FC. Honestly, that tells me they know what they're doing.
Such
Yes.
a Chelsea fan.
Exactly.
You got FC in your team. I got FC in my team.
Yes,
let's do
let's
this.
power up here.
No,
and
I
be
need to
friends.
figure it out then. Well, we have to figure out the schedule at least.
I'll guess.
I'm more than happy to go and attend.
I sincerely hope there's going to be more press coverage.
I will paint my face.
I hope it goes viral.
Okay,
some of the
okay.
videos, at least.
My problem with
Well, again,
football
if we
has
attend,
never
it will go viral. If we attend, it will get more coverage.
I think for COVID and like for their first season, you're not going to have any crowds, but probably by next year things are going to go back to normal. Hopefully, when things go back to normal, start going back to normal, you'd have a little bit of crowd going back because I don't think crowds are going back to the local Saudi leagues now. Are
I
they?
don't think so.
The Saudi League has any crowds in the first place?
Yes,
They did?
it does.
Okay, so if the league has, I'm
And
sure.
I don't think the crowds have went back yet.
I'm talking about the crowd in Saudi League. Is
I
the
don't-
crowd back?
Yeah, they're not back yet.
Oh, okay, then there's no way.
There's
yeah,
probably
there's no
no
way. There's no way. Oh well.
So
Allah man. It's a great start. I hope there's many tens.
many. There's another thing that happened with water sports. So there's a new initiative basically going on to kind of encourage people to get into water sports and start their businesses and start organizing stuff.
More context, please, because
Define
you said water sports. We
Are
just stopped.
talking, like,
Yes.
We're waiting.
Water polo here? Are we doing?
We're
like,
talking about diving. We're talking
Okay.
about fishing.
Great
we're
exit
talking
terms.
about
fishing.
going.
Whoa!
yeah.
Hold up.
Fishing is a sport that is done within the water.
Okay.
within
point.
water.
Okay.
So it is a water
Good
sport.
point. Good point.
Okay. We talk about boating,
How-
like speedboats.
I still have follow-up questions on fishing though.
Okay.
How are you gonna have like a crowd around you?
No.
Are
like,
are you gonna fish in a pool or the sea?
Is
No.
it by the weight?
I think
Yeah.
it's in the
How
sea.
do you win? Is it by pieces or by weight?
I think it's in the sea.
In the sea.
So right now, when you go to Jeddah, there's a lot of diving places, right?
Sorry.
Yes. I don't know
And
why you're looking at me.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
that's one of the things you find in Jeddah. But you don't really find a lot of organized water activities like fishing. It's the kind of thing
Okay.
that you kind of do. You organize it with somebody that you know. It's not like. there's
Have
a
you ever
store
been
that
to
you go
Jeddah? The answer is yes. I know you say yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The answer is
When was the last time you've been in Jeddah?
long time ago.
So in the last, I think 40 years,
Okay.
all of Jeddah is inside the water.
Okay.
Everybody is in the water. No one is home.
Okay.
No one is ever home.
Nobody's ever.
Nobody's ever home.
Okay.
True. I
So
get it,
you
yeah.
saying there's not a lot of water activities? Trust me, there's a lot of water activities.
I think that.
I saying there's not a lot of organized water activities.
That's different.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's-
talking
yeah.
about. So they're talking about supporting entrepreneurs and starting their own businesses when it comes to doing water activities.
Okay.
Which is fishing,
That's
which
cool.
which fishing is included. Part.
Banana
Yeah,
boats.
activity, not sport.
Banana boats.
Please.
Have you
I
not?
think they've been doing banana boats since
Yeah.
bananas.
since bananas came out.
yeah.
my
Yes, it's been a while.
They're looking to kind of expand the competitive aspect of it. So kind of starting into like competitive diving, speed boat races, that kind of thing.
Nice.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. I like that.
So
Because, I mean,
You're not gonna find me there, but I like that.
do you not like boats?
I don't like water.
No,
You don't like
Jed-
water?
Jed-
Thank you.
Jeddah and the beach is something that you cannot separate. So it's amazing to see that there is actually more funding for that
I think
because everybody's already on the beach.
and now it gives them more reason to go and spend more time on the beach.
True. Yeah,
Basically.
yeah.
But
That's nice.
one of the things that also like related to this article, they was talking about the Red Sea project. So the Red Sea project has a new announcement, which is basically they're going to be signing a deal with a company called ACWA, 100% renewable power across the full Red Sea project.
Ooh. The entire project.
The entire project.
That's amazing.
Uh,
Can you explain what the Red
wind-
Sea project is?
The Red Sea project is one of Saudi's new giga projects,
Yes.
which are in support of the Saudi Vision 2030, and it's going to be one of the major tourism attractors to Saudi Arabia. So the exciting part here is that
Shamsi, what is it?
it's basically resorts, hotels,
we go.
islands.
There.
It's tourist attraction, yeah.
Yeah, no, still, but you give more explanation to
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
And the nice thing about it is that it's going to be open up very soon. At the end of 2022, I think is going to be the first phase of the project open up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Completely renewable energy.
Completely renewable energy.
Oh.
And the biggest battery storage unit in the world.
Nice.
Yes.
How are they gonna achieve that? That's a
So they have wind and solar, basically solar panels and wind turbines, and they're building this entirely new battery plant that is going to have 1,000 megawatts of capacity.
okay.
Amazing.
That's huge. That's a lot.
They're not gonna use the water.
They're not going to use the water. No,
It's just wind and
wind and solar. We have more than enough solar
We do.
to go
We
around.
do. We do.
We have
do.
more than
But
one.
it's yeah.
Enough breezes to go around.
Oh, it's only cloudy here like once a year.
And over there, it's different. Like it's by the beach, so yeah, you're gonna have sunlight coming all the time. Basically.
صح, clouds
Yeah.
are not around the beach.
Yeah, yeah.
You're right.
They don't.
yeah.
They don't like water.
Yeah, clouds. Yeah, don't like water at
They
all.
don't.
Clouds,
Yeah,
they
that was
no.
step away.
They don't
Yeah.
generate from
Yeah,
water.
exactly,
No, they don't.
They generate from water, but they go inland.
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah.
not going
Inland.
The inland clouds, معروفين يعني.
Inland clouds.
Yeah, they're very well known. Yeah,
Oh.
they hate water. And I love how you keep going.
حيكمل.
ما بيوقف. All right.
It's ridiculous.
So
But
clouds.
That's really dope. Renewable energy as something that
I think if that succeeds, I think that's what's going to be like the lab rat for the rest of the country.
And this is the model that they're going to be applying
Exactly,
everywhere.
yeah.
Well, I hope so. Honestly, like I hope so. Like I'm all for going solar.
Because you can start it right now because nothing is there. There's nobody there. You're actually starting from zero.
That's the nice thing about it.
So yeah, so if you can implement it, then you'll know all the things that you need to make it actually work better for the whole city.
One of the interesting keywords I read in the article was they were talking about being a model for regenerative tourism, right?
Okay.
So I was like, okay, this is an interesting term. I've never heard this
Yeah.
before. So apparently it's this new thing where instead of trying to be sustainable, you kind of try to add more to the environment instead of taking. So
Okay.
Okay.
I thought of it completely different.
How did
I
you
thought
think
of
of
it
it?
like regenerative, as in you give people
An
an
experience
experience
for
they
them
want
to
to
come
come back to. Yeah, basically. That's what I'm
No, they're
thinking.
looking at it from
But regenerating energy,
en-
regenerating
environmentally.
environment.
They're looking at it in the sense of, okay, so have you ever been to Venice?
No.
Have you ever been to Venice?
No.
Okay. One of the my parents went a couple of years ago, and they were telling me that one of the things that people in Venice really complain about is overcrowding.
Yeah.
Like the island is
seen that.
actually sinking from the amount of the tourists and all the cruise boats and all that. So the idea of regenerative tourism is you need to be able to keep the place.
To sustain the environment.
It goes beyond sustaining, because sustaining in a sense is you kind of keeping things going in a closed loop. Regenerative is kind of adding more to it.
Okay, that's dope.
So you're aware that you're going to a place that has a certain culture, that has certain, way of life. You try to not impede that. You try to kind of be very
Blend into it.
Yeah,
Basically,
they're gonna focus on basically adding to like the environmental attraction of the city, basically.
Okay.
one of the things that they're doing is they're taking, so basically the power agreement that they're doing is for the renewable energy, for wastewater cleaning, potable water. So basically they clean up the water, and one of the things they're doing is potable.
Potable.
Portable.
Potable. It's not even, where'd you come up with
I don't
that
know where
R?
the hell you guys are going with this.
Okay, no. So basically taking
I'm just adding words.
taking wastewater, cleaning it up, and using it for
Yes.
irrigation, for canals, for keeping the environment clean, basically.
That's dope.
So this is something I'm completely 100% on board with, like the whole.
I'm still waiting on you
aspects.
to be in an electric car. I haven't seen any electric car with you yet.
Over here.
Yes. No, for you. I'm talking about you, bro. Yes, you.
I'm waiting for
Mr. Clean Energy.
I'm waiting for the charging stations to start popping up.
I'm waiting too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
There's-
all up for it.
There's one already available.
Charging station?
Yeah.
Where?
Your house.
Look,
Okay.
oh, no.
You can plug in the car in your house.
Doesn't sound fancy. Like,
Yeah, I want to go somewhere and get stuck for 20 minutes in the summer.
No,
I
no.
can't wait.
I'm not gonna be.
I
An
can't
early,
wait.
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be an early adopter of electric cars.
Same here.
Yeah,
At all.
I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah.
But my next car is gonna be electric, inshallah.
Well,
Just
that's,
gonna-
that's,
I
gotta
can
wait,
guarantee you that your next car will not be electric
How are you gonna guarantee that?
because I know for a fact that your car is about to die soon.
No. She's still living. She's still good. She's still barely.
We'll see. Because what you're
There are
saying,
some sounds.
because what you're saying
clicks and claps.
is that within the next 5 years, that's going to be like up and running.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, it's not going to be up and running in 5 years.
Seriously?
Yeah, no,
5 years. 5
I
years is
don't
too
think so.
long. in this
I don't
video.
think so. I think Lucid Air will make significant changes, but for the whole grid for the whole city, that's not simple. It's not simple as you think it is.
Lucid is the one with the cross.
Lucid Air, yeah.
That's a dope car.
That's a
I
dope
like
car.
that one.
But PIF has invested in it, so of course it's going to be a dope car.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It already is.
Haggana.
Hey,
Haggana.
it already is. a dope
Haggana.
car. But what are you gonna? That's the thing. Where are you gonna put up all these charging stations? You're gonna need to tear down petrol stations.
No, I'm thinking like all these gas stations are gonna have to go like, yeah, we got 5 gas pumps, but then
Okay,
there's
you
a-
know
there's
you
an
don't
electric
charge your car in 5 minutes, right?
No, I mean, yeah, Tesla's gonna develop something.
Tesla
at
hasn't
some
been
point.
developing nothing.
I
Everybody
mean-
still is at 25 minutes.
Fair enough.
25, 35 minutes.
25 minutes. All you need is like a coffee shop, and you're good. Honestly,
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah,
So a normal gas station, how many parking spots for charging will it hold?
like within
5, 6?
within the city.
Yeah.
that's stuff true.
You can 3, 2?
No, that goes up to 9 maybe.
I don't know.
If it's a big one.
You're being very, very nice.
Generous.
What do you mean 9? No, it's not, you're not being generous. You're being nice. You're being
Okay.
cute.
How about if
Very, very cute.
office spaces with their own parking spots would offer?
Okay, we can all agree that our biggest issue here
that
is
ain't-
parking. Even when you go to malls.
Of course.
Hence
yes.
the
Okay,
Metro.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me we already have the space to add the chargers? No, we don't even have parking spaces.
Early come, early.
No.
Early bird
Bro,
gets to work.
Early bird gets the worm of charging.
That's what I'm thinking.
One
yeah.
of the reasons I don't go out is because of parking. Like literally, that's one of the reasons I don't go out.
And now you have an electric car. How are you going to charge it also?
That's the problem.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
telling you. That's
But
what
I'm expecting within the next 5 years, electric charging is going to be like,
okay.
available.
You already know Laleya,
yes.
okay?
Unfortunately.
The street.
Yeah.
Okay. So where do you see on that street that they can fit it in right now?
Nowhere.
That's what I mean.
Nowhere. I'm
You're
thinking.
not gonna just figure it out.
I'm thinking not in like street side parking. No, I'm thinking
Neighborhood.
parking lots,
Maybe
malls.
neighborhood charging stations.
Okay. Look,
Office
I swear to God,
buildings.
you guys try to make it sound like it's so simple. Let me ask you a question.
Charge more for your office
So
space when
you
you
leave-
provide. Okay.
Hello, do you leave your office? Your office doesn't have a charger. Where do you go? you usually go home
Yeah.
or you go to your boys.
Yeah.
صح ولا لا?
Yeah.
So you're either gonna charge it at your home or at your boys.
Yeah, but at the office. If the
I just
office
told you
starts
your
providing-
office doesn't have any charger.
That's the problem.
See what I mean?
Office spaces should provide the car
It
charging
ain't
stations.
free, yo. ain't
You know,
free.
I can't wait
It's
for
not free, but you can
Turks,
charge more
Turks
for
during an
the
interview
office
asking if you
space.
guys have chargers. Like, no, we don't have any chargers. I can't
I'm
work here. I'm
I'm
sorry.
I'm good. No, thank
We
you.
want you to be a CEO. I'm sorry, you got no chargers.
Not even USB-C or nothing? No, nothing.
No, I think it's going to be very complicated, and I don't think it's going to be solved in 5 years. You'll have charging stations, yes,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's going to be as lucrative to go and buy an electric car in the next 5 years. I think you'll still buy it if you want. You can still charge at home, but in terms of charging stations, you're going to find every single corner.
It's not going to be as convenient.
So yeah,
It's gonna need a minute.
but still, if you're selling a car with a supercharger that you can plug in at home,
Well, who sells you with the supercharger to plug in at home?
I
Nobody.
mean, figure it out.
No.
Within the next 5 years. Within the next 5 years.
This guy, I can figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to no one figured it out in 5 years. Your car is dying. What are you going to do?
I'm not gonna buy an electric car.
Oh my god,
Thanks.
amazing conversation.
You just
Chubbs,
crashed all my dreams.
Chubbs, give us some more great news.
I would like to support this conversation, but I see where you're going, so let's just move on.
Yeah.
Another great piece of news. They are going to be starting with critical thinking and philosophy classes in Saudi schools.
All right, let's pump the brakes for a minute on this one. So, explain this to me.
Yeah, please.
So, I remember, if I recall correctly, around 2017, 2018.
2018,
Was it December?
December.
All right, so December 2018, Melbourne University, Melbourne University
Yes.
In Australia.
in Australia.
Okay.
They signed an agreement, I think, with the Ministry of Education,
Yes.
if I remember correctly, that has to do with injecting critical thinking into our schools. If I remember correctly, it was supposed to start from kindergarten or first grade. I'm not sure.
First grade, probably.
That's why I think. I think it was gonna be like, because you're not gonna start at high school when
No.
someone's about to graduate.
No.
Okay, so that's all I remember, and then that's it. Like, no, I don't
What
hear anything else after that.
Is critical thinking. I'm here. I'm way back. متعدين مرة.
Oh, you don't know what's critical thinking?
What is critical?
So when I give you a problem, how do you solve it?
Logic. That's what critical thinking is. That's what you're trying to say. Is that
You use logic as one of the elements that
Yes.
you use.
okay?
It's an
Good.
element,
Okay. So they're gonna start teaching that in schools.
So how basically how do you take a problem? How do you break down the problem? How do you look at the problem from multiple
That's cool. I
angles?
thought.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm
I
sorry.
thought we were just learning all that in math.
This guy's an idiot.
I'm sorry. No, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand.
Okay, what do you remember from the way schools taught in Saudi back in the day? What do you remember? Take this
What do I
book,
remember?
memorize this, and
Yes.
come back and basically write it down in the exam. Next day, you're forgetting it.
No, it's not. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. Okay, some approaches were like that, but some teachers actually had to explain everything to you in a very informative manner.
In a very condescending way.
And what you just said about solving problems, that's what we taught. Like that's what I learned in math class. That's what I learned in physics.
Yeah, this is math. We're talking critical thinking that extends beyond the abstract.
Yeah, math is about the abstract.
That's what I'm saying.
Math is about the
That extends beyond the abstract. So basically looking at life problems, things that cases, actual real life cases, and then studying those cases and trying to learn how to process and things about things
And analyze.
and analyze
you go.
exactly.
Okay, that's cool.
Analyze things in the right way.
Exactly.
Because right now, what from what I see, a lot of people they kind of just end up listening to what everybody else is saying and taking that as their point of view.
Exactly.
Oh, that's me.
Exactly.
Thank you.
This is what we're arguing
We're
about.
talking about you.
Yes.
Okay. We're talking about
You are the problem.
I am the perfect candidate for this. Sign me up for kindergarten. I'm going back to school. Okay.
Oh
You
my
are
God.
the issue.
Okay, interesting. Thank you.
So,
I am.
in order for us to not have any more Turks,
Yeah.
we need to rebuild the way we think.
God help you guys.
And I think this is so. You honestly have no idea how deep this is.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Like this,
I don't.
This will basically change the whole landscape.
Okay.
And it's not like we're gonna change it as in people are gonna think like way more open minded. No. So injecting this into the system, you're gonna have within the next 20 years a new breed of children that will tell you why.
Oh.
Not only why,
How.
how.
Oh.
So those people, not honestly those people. Basically, we already have people like that already.
Yeah.
But it's not the mass.
Yeah.
because
It's not something we were taught or
yeah,
educated.
like let's keep in mind, like one of the biggest issues that I had when I came here was the idea of عاداتنا وتقاليدنا. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I understand that, I respect that, but you can't just inject that into every single little thing and not allow me to think in any way, any shape, or form.
Okay. It's
This-
restricted.
Exactly. This will actually let you sit down and ask, okay, is this us? Is this who we want to be? And how do we move forward?
Okay, that's cool.
So there's gonna be a different social
environment.
not only environment. I'm trying to find the right words because I'm trying to choose it carefully because I can really like say something completely false, and I'm not trying to. But what you're going to do is basically you're going to change the whole landscape and how people act and think, and that will take effect on our new ministers. It's going to take effect on the people. It's going to be, you know how Brexit was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a Brexit here,
Oh.
in a way of people arguing with each other about their point of views.
An intellectual Brexit,
Exactly, not a dumbass Brexit.
not a dumb.
Yeah, it's not a
economic
racist Brexit.
Okay. You even lost me more here. I'm sorry.
All right, so let's
It's a
say,
restart. It's a reset.
yeah,
This is
exactly.
what it is.
Thank you.
It's a reset.
Okay.
It's a reset on how we think. It's a reset on how we, as a people, as a society, view things and start looking at things. Because we, the generation that have grown over the past 10, 20, 30 years, have grown up in a system where we were always encouraged to not really think for our own. That, it's more like, what is the orthodoxy? The orthodoxy is probably the right thing, so just follow the orthodoxy. You don't really have to critically analyze things, because al-urf, al-adat wal-taqalid, what people know as culturally appropriate, this is this is how it's supposed to be.
The way of life.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This is how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
So now you're looking at people or kids that are becoming up and saying, "Oh, why are we doing this the way we're doing it? Why don't we do it this other way? What is the consequences of me taking this, taking a problem and working it to the end? And what happens if I do something else?" That faculty of breaking down problems is something that we gained in university. It's not something that was taught in college.
Exactly.
And in school,
So
in
what
Thanawi
you're
and
saying
stuff.
is just instead of starting at college, bring it all the way down to kindergarten and start like this whole new generation with that kind of mentality and
Pretty
and
much.
thought process.
Maybe first grade, maybe not kindergarten, but pretty much.
Okay.
And for us, we got it from college because, we went to one of the best schools in the area.
Exactly.
A lot of the local schools don't have the same facilities.
You went to the best school in the country.
in the country. We did. But I'm saying in the area and the region. That's what I meant.
Okay.
a
That's
lot,
actually
مو الحارة يعني.
yeah. مو اللي حول بيتنا, no. So me and you, we're lucky. We actually
We are.
we got
We are.
that opportunity. We made the most of it, and alhamdulillah, look at us two critically thinking. Oh, one critically thinking member
Yeah,
of
I'm
society.
sorry.
Like,
Yeah, but
Count me out of that list.
sorry.
That was one of them. Critical. And what was the other one?
philosophy is the other one.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. So philosophy, they didn't really expand on what exactly would be the philosophy, but what I'm imagining is they would start off with some like ancient Greek stuff, and then how, because we as a civilization, as a Muslim civilization, as an Arab civilization, we have a huge intellectual history with
do.
philosophy.
We do.
Right, and that's that's one of the things that a lot of people don't really know much about. Like
Which is sad.
which is sad.
True.
Which is
We haven't been taught that.
and it's one of the things. It's not about not just being taught. So the entire intellectual revolutions that happened in Europe in the centuries, 15th century, 14th century, the Renaissance. Why did the Renaissance happen? Because they managed to get some books that were written by Arab philosophers translated. And they were like, oh shit, this is Aristotle. We didn't know this.
Okay.
This is great. And they took that and they started building their intellectual foundation on it. And this is something that's not really mentioned or taught much in
They robbed us, basically.
Yeah.
like
No, they robbed us.
you could say there was a transfer of knowledge.
There wasn't. Which university was when they had everybody in it? Was it? I think it was in Tunis.
Spain.
No, it wasn't in Spain. No, there was one in North of Africa. I don't remember exactly where, but it was when they all exchanged philosophies and minds and so on like that.
I think it was in Muslim Spain. Muslim Spain was one of the melting pots. in
You
Europe.
could be right. You could be right. I don't remember. I remember it was somewhere in the Jazair or Tunis. I don't remember exactly. But anyway, so they sat there and they started listening to Arabic philosophers and like, okay, these guys make a lot of sense.
And Arabic philosophers at that point, they were basically building on the ancient Greek philosophers because the ancient
Exactly.
Greeks were considered giants in philosophy. Like there's an entire Titans. Okay, there's an entire different
Greek
school.
reference. Sorry. Yeah.
There's an entire different school of philosophy in India. There's an entire different school of philosophy
Yes.
in China. But what we kind of subsumed and took in as a culture was the Greeks. We built on that, and he had some big ass names: Ibn Sina, Ibn Rushd.
Ibn Sina, you can just put a
Ghazali,
dot right after Ibn Sina.
Ibn Khaldun. Like you had people that really were intellectual giants.
Yeah.
So that knowledge was transferred to Europe. And I think this is what they should teach. Like how that process happened, the additions of Muslim philosophers on, because it went on for a period of time. And then at one point, the tide turned and they started kind of dismissing it and not really relying on it as much. And that's when the Europeans stepped on the scene.
Okay.
They took it over and they built on that intellectual.
So what you're saying is first lesson should be the journey of philosophy, where it started and where it ended.
I don't think it's gonna be philosophy. I think it's gonna be in university. I don't think it's gonna be in first grade.
No, it's
Yeah.
going to be,
I mean,
think,
kindergarten is really nice to start there.
I think it's going to be in like,
Teach Ibn Sina in kindergarten.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be in high school though.
probably.
Nah.
No, I
Is it
think
philosophy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna add philosophy. I think philosophy is still gonna be in college.
Because
think
because the article that came out that mentioned critical thinking had critical thinking and philosophy.
Well, that'd be interesting if they go that way.
Yeah.
Like I'm not
Because
really
you're
sure,
talking-
but I'd be really
You're
excited.
talking
for
about an intellectual tradition that has been,
yeah.
not really looked at or studied or understood by a lot of people.
Based on your explanation of the two subjects, if I would call them that.
that. Critical thinking, the objective analysis and evaluation of an issue in order to form a judgment. This is the meaning of.
Yeah, that's the meaning of critical thinking.
Exactly.
But it's not
One of
the study of critical thinking. That's what I'm confused.
No,
about.
they're not teaching them the
Critical
study
thinking
of critical
skills.
thinking. There's just skills and how to form an opinion.
So for
how to
exa-
form a
Yeah,
judgment.
yeah. I'm telling you, based on that explanation, it would make sense to start that from like the first grade, basically. But for philosophy, no.
that would go
High
beyond.
school, middle
Exactly.
school, somewhere
But
like that.
again, I can smell the fights from now.
We see that's the thing with critical thinking. One of the skills that you're taught is kind of how to focus on the subject at hand and like avoid personalizing it. By example, attacking the person in front of you.
That's already a problem. right
Yeah,
there.
that's one of the like debate skills. That's
I
one of the-
had
Yeah, debate
attack.
skills makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. How to not be biased in judging an issue, how to break things down. And study
Again,
them.
you're taking all the good things away from me. I want to be biased. Okay,
gonna be
I want to hate.
Yeah, see, that's why you're not going back to kindergarten.
That's bullshit.
Sucks
man.
for you, bro. Sucks for you.
Like I want to point, like man, look at your beard, and then just walk away. That's it. I can't use that anymore. Now I gotta sit there and actually, have a discussion with my kids. Fuck that.
No, bro, they're gonna be coming and asking you questions. You're gonna be like, okay,
No, I'm gonna say no.
no, what?
Just no.
No, imagine-
Because I said so.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly.
famous words.
Man.
Famous words.
That's exactly what's not gonna fly.
It's never gonna fly, and it's not even flying right now. You make it sound it's gonna fly later on. But again, I still see this is gonna cause like future. Okay, so you're teaching critical thinking skills. All right. So as the kid is growing up, and let's say we're open-minded, we enjoy discussing and debating and so on. So I don't think we're gonna have that problem. But we know people who have like zero critical thinking, like Turks, and but
okay,
no, actually,
okay, I'll let it slide.
that was already
Let it slide.
established.
they're already established. Exactly. So let's say Turks is chilling, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's playing Destiny, okay, on his Xbox 9000. That's by the time he's gonna have kids.
Still gonna be on the same game.
Exactly. All right. Kid walks in, starts asking these random questions with
Yo,
O's
Turks.
and Y's and stuff like that. How is Turks going to respond to him? Is he going to respond with what? Of course, he's going to respond with what he already knows. But the kid would be like, okay, but I'm taught this way, but you're telling me no, and you're telling me I'm supposed to think this way. So I think there's going to be conflicts at first. At least that's how I see it.
Respond with a shoe, basically.
Exactly.
I don't think I'm going to do that, but I get that. Some people might actually go to like, no, we're not going to say. We're not
Exactly.
even going to.
We're not going to have this discussion with you right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, that happens.
Smack.
That happens. That
No,
happens,
but that's the thing. You
unfortunately.
can at that point when it's something that you're being taught at school, and this is what everybody around you is doing.
Yeah.
You need to realize that you can't really take that route anymore. You need to engage. You can't just shut things off and just say, "Hey, no, we're not having that discussion."
True.
Did you grow up in Saudi?
Well, see, that's one of the
At
things.
the end of the day, education starts at home, and the school is basically just assisting that.
Yeah, that's you speaking to me,
That's-
speaking to Shamsi. But when you're talking to the public, that's a different story.
That's a different thing.
Especially public schools.
I'm not saying that.
Specifically public
I'm not
schools.
saying that, dude. Let me
Tfaddal.
finish. Let me
Tfaddal,
finish.
tfaddal,
Okay.
tfaddal.
So whatever your
But-
home environment is gonna affect how you're gonna approach that subject. But at the end of the day, like 20 years, like in the future, whatever you got taught in school is still gonna affect you subconsciously.
Definitely.
You're not gonna,
That's true,
You're,
that's
you're
true.
not gonna start like a 10-year-old's not gonna come to discuss philosophy with you. But like when he's 30, he's gonna
expect-
understand what everything like I got taught that in
So
school. I
you
understand
actually think that Shamsi's kids, they won't come at 10 years old, go with falsafa?
Of course, that's because they Shamsi's kids.
That's what I'm
It's not about
saying.
their school.
I'm saying the
It's not about
problem
their
is already
school.
there.
But Shamsi took university skills in university. He didn't apply anything he got taught there in university.
And yet I graduated.
Yeah, and subconsciously it affected you. Subconsciously you did learn things, but you didn't apply them.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's what I'm expecting from these two courses, which is really nice. It's going to shape a generation without even them putting that much effort into it.
It's going to be amazing to see all these moms and aunts teaching the kids
Oh
about critical thinking
yeah.
because they have to learn in order for them to teach them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you've got all that.
That's gonna be fun.
That's going to be
You
interesting.
gotta learn critical thinking
Yes.
to teach critical thinking.
Exactly.
And then
So
you-
that would be interesting to see.
we see that's the trick. The trick is are you able to let go of all the old misconceptions that
No,
you
I think you
have
already
held
have,
on to for so long?
Exactly.
I think you already.
It's already
have a-
hard right now.
No,
For
What do you mean?
us,
No.
I think you already have a lot of skilled people who with the that specialize in these topics that are already there to utilize.
in this education sector, you mean?
Maybe not in the education sector, but you can roll them into the education sector.
Well, that's the issue. The issue is we need to teach these skills. So
Exactly.
if the people
But-
who have these skills are not teaching, then we have a problem here.
Yeah, but it's a trickle down system basically. You already have the people that actually know about critical thinking and philosophy. You have philosophers here.
Well, for example, a lot
You
of
let them teach teachers, teachers teach the students. You already it's not something you have to import basically. It's something you already have.
please name one Saudi philosopher.
None. I have no idea. no idea.
I'm sitting in
whatsoever.
front of you.
No.
Okay. All right.
you.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
Disqualified.
No, but
Because of your beard. Look
Look
at that beard. You want to be a philosopher? Come on.
Oh my god! Thank you.
see, I think this is where the whole Melbourne University comes in because
Melbourne.
Melbourne. It took me a long time to understand that. Trust me.
تاكل
Okay.
Melbourne.
Everyone says Melbourne. And I'm like, what is Melbourne? Like, oh, the city. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
The one in Australia.
There's like letters that you have to cut off.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna tell you a place where I stayed at. Okay, I lived at a place called Prahran.
بالعربي.
I'm gonna spell it again.
Yeah.
Prahran.
What is that?
Prahran.
Oh,
I got into a cab, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to give him the address. I'm like, yo, 413 High Street, Prahran. He's like, huh? And I stayed there for like a good 3 minutes. Then I showed him the address. He's like, oh, Pran. I'm like, there's another R. There's another R you ignored.
yeah, no.
How do you have a silent R?
The English language is very strange and full of-
No, Australia is very strange. Okay, how do you have a silent R?
Between two
Yo-
A's.
You pronounced the first R. Why'd you ignore the second one?
Oh.
Bro, there's a word that is pronounced night and has a K at the beginning of it. Like I don't understand why
see,
that
this-
happens.
Oh wow!
Wow,
Seriously?
see, wow,
I didn't know
God,
that.
oh my God,
Why is there a K there?
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Wow.
because it's like it's a kind night. It's not a bad
Yeah,
night.
it's not a
it's a
kind
kind night.
Well, thank
I
you
really
for
hate you guys.
It's a beautiful night.
it is okay. Thank you for tolerating my beautiful humor and my beautiful jokes, fellas.
Don't call me.
I am lucky. I am happy
What's
to
going on
have
here?
you as my friends
No.
because it
Oh, no,
seems
this is very
What's
strange.
it seems that you two,
Yeah.
okay, are among the 82.2% of Saudis
Oh,
who are considered tolerant.
Oh, okay.
This was a new study that was published
82.
82.2%.
Only?
82.2% of Saudis
Okay.
are considered tolerant
Toward what?
towards people with religious, cultural, social, economic, and political differences.
I expected more, to be honest.
You expected more?
Yeah.
This, okay,
All
this
right,
was,
go ahead.
This was by
We can
this,
have this
82.
conversation. Hold on, let me roll up my sleeves.
This was a study that was published by the King Abdulaziz National Center for Dialogue, I think, or King Abdullah National Center for Dialogue.
I'm thinking of Aziz.
I think it's King Abdulaziz.
I
I'm
have
not
no
sure.
idea.
82.2%.
Both of them are great. I think we have to.
So that's 4 in 5 people. Begin. Begin
Okay, we're all
discussion.
silent.
Like,
No,
look,
because
because you guys have a point of disagreement here. I want to hear it.
We do. You're expecting less.
Yes.
I'm expecting more
All right, then tell me why.
because I've been around the country within. The
I know,
past.
I know that you get around.
Yeah, no, don't.
Okay,
Don't-
you can
don't
go.
put that-
All right, my bad.
Put that in recording, man.
All right.
And I've met a lot of people, and they all seem very accepting and tolerant and
Of what, your face?
of everyone I've met. I've been abroad with, like, not abroad, but I've been within the country with foreigners, and they're still like all
Well
like-
accepted.
yeah, well, yeah, they're happy to see them. Like, welcome here, country, enjoy.
They're not serving him a dinner.
No, country. No,
Okay, but there's a difference between being welcoming and being tolerant. There's
We
not
are
that.
naturally welcoming.
Yes, we are.
It's in our DNA.
That's why I expected more.
We are the vibes.
Yeah.
We are the vibes.
But I was expecting less. I'll tell you why. Okay. First, we need to see the questions. What were the questions?
Okay.
Because I think that we are tolerant in a way that, like,
How do you define tolerant? That's a question.
well, how did they define
Yeah.
tolerant?
Exactly.
But for me, like, I have some people that they won't agree with me, but they'll say, you know what? Okay, ما عندي سالفة، خلو.
Exactly. That's tolerance.
See what I mean?
That's tolerant.
If it's that kind of tolerant, I expect 100%.
Exactly. Yeah.
That sort of tolerant,
Yeah.
اللي هو يا أخي والله ما عندهم مسالفة.
سلك له، سلك له.
يسلك الأم
بالضبط، yeah.
This I would accept 100%. But
But we do that a lot.
we do that all the fucking time.
As the whole, like, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
يا ابوي سلك يا ابوي خلاص
Yeah,
خليه مع
exactly.
نفسه. It's for real.
Yeah, true.
So it depends. What's the definition of tolerance? What were the questions? But again, I wasn't expecting like 20% or 30%. No, I was expecting about like 60, 70. I think
Okay.
60, 70 is a really good
still
number.
a high number.
It's still a high number, of course.
Keeping in mind, I think, like, what is the percentage of the population that is young and has grew up,
Oh, do you have that percentage?
I think it's like a lot.
Oh
Great
wow,
percentage,
wow,
dude.
that percent.
No.
See, there's 100%. There's a lot.
No, but
Okay, so is it where is it? Is it over 100% or is it a lot or is it under a lot?
70% under 30 years old?
70%.
Yeah, of the
Okay.
population is under 30.
Interesting.
Wasn't it?
I think it's around that number.
Yeah,
Yes,
something along those lines.
yes.
So we're talking.
I know it's over 50% for a fact.
I think it's 70.
هذا كله before critical thinking and philosophy.
Yeah, this is like right now from
Yeah.
the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So again, we are saying tolerant. We don't know how tolerant is defined. It could be, oh, okay, so this guy thinks that way. Said لك لا خلاص
Yeah,
أعطيه
yeah.
جوا.
Hey, we're judgmental. I didn't say we're not judgmental. We're going to tolerate you, but we're going to judge.
Hold up,
That's enough.
everyone's judgmental.
Yeah.
It's a normal
Yeah,
human
yeah,
behavior.
everyone.
Everybody's judgmental.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm not even looking at judgmental.
But
to
it's
be
not
honest.
about that. Or I mean, we're tolerant people, dude. What are you talking about? What do you
I didn't.
have you faced?
Why are you attacking me?
Because you're saying you expected a
You're saying I expected more. I said
Yeah.
I expected less. That's it. I'm not saying you're
have
wrong.
you faced any like? Have you seen any examples?
Have you
of-
faced any intolerance?
Do you guys want me to give you a story from the last 20 years? Yeah. See now you're shrugging.
Sure.
Now you're shrugging. No, I don't think we're that tolerant. I think right now, because of what Shamsi just said, he made a good point of us having the most of generation actually being a young generation.
Yeah.
I think yes, we became more tolerant. So I see in the future, are we going the right direction? 1,000% yes.
True.
Are we going that right direction really, really fast? 1,000%
Also agreed.
yes.
Keeping in mind that, like, us as a people, as a culture, over the past 20 years, we've have to put up with a lot of extremist shit,
And
extreme
negativity.
Yeah.
intolerant thought.
Yes.
I think the internet really changed everything.
and that has really affected us, materially. Like, people lost their lives, because of extremist intolerant thought.
Yes.
So you see, there's an interesting point of view here. In order for you to have a society that is tolerant, okay, when you are faced with intolerant thought, when you are faced with somebody who is not there for rational discussion, who's not there to listen to you, the only right thing to do is to shut them up.
مع نفسك.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're saying is all this tolerance right now is a reaction?
I think it's an evolution. It's,
Okay.
it's growth, okay, in the sense of people saw that there are people with extreme point of views.
That is exposure also.
extremely hateful point of views, and they decided to move away from that. And in the process of moving away from that, they became more accepting of people with different points of views. They opened up their perspective. And a lot of this has to do with, I think, Al-Ba'tha, the King Abdullah program.
Exposure,
Because
again, that's for
exposure,
sure.
yeah. See, there we go. So it's a process that evolved organically over the past 15 years, 20 years. I would say 20 years. That's when like things really started to change, you know? And right now we're at that point where, you know, people are just, you know, see, there's a difference. Tolerant is not accepting. I'm tolerant in the sense of you do you. Accepting doesn't mean that this is not something that I have to, you know, agree with you or indulge with you in.
Agreed.
You know, that's
Agreed.
different. That's a different, there's a line there.
Yeah. I want to see that percentage.
Yeah, they
have
didn't.
that?
They didn't offer
Okay.
that, unfortunately.
Tolerance is not bad.
Well, we're not hateful people.
No, we're not.
We're not.
No, we're not. Nobody said that.
No. People say that. No, if you read the media, we are a certain stereotype. And
The stereotype,
they smacked us because of our religion. They smacked us because of our geolocation. They smack us with 100 things. Okay, but forget that. I don't give too much of a shit about that. We learned how to ignore all of that. But we're not hateful people. We can get angry, yes, like all human beings. Also, you don't come here in the summer. I mean, if it's 50 outside and I'm going to work and you're cutting me off, things are gonna fly off.
Like we're trying to escape the country during the summer, so we're trying to escape to cooler climes.
Yeah, now thank God we've all been going south lately and north,
And west.
northwest.
Yeah.
Well, I still I agree with the whole we're tolerant but not accepting, but I also think that the percentage of people that are not accepting is very, very low. Because you saw us abroad. All of you saw us abroad. You saw us in either in Europe or the UK.
We see each other.
Yeah, we see each other abroad. We meet up abroad. So I don't think it's that big of an issue toward the future. I think right now there's still those people who are still opening their eyes to the new society. Because let's keep in mind, things have been changing so quick and you really had to keep up. If you don't keep up, you don't know what's going on.
No, I think the new generation is kind of, you know,
No, the new generation,
holding the
alhamdulillah,
flag in that
they
sense.
have one thing that the old generation doesn't have, which is they ignored the whole idea of fear. I'm not scared of new things. I'm not scared of to try something different. I'm not scared to do something new.
I'm not scared to be criticized.
Also that, and I'm not scared of you looking at me in a negative way. That's your opinion. Whatever you want to do, you can do. So I think right now that actually moved forward and faster than the old generation.
I think the internet helped a lot there. Like,
I just said that. Did you just like steal my idea?
No,
Thank you very
like-
much.
It's
Keep
like,
doing that.
Champs, he just he acts like he never like he just came up with it.
Please expand your
Tim-
idea.
Oh, now
No,
expand.
halas, I'm good. No, go ahead.
Because why did the internet help with that?
Because you got a lot of exposure towards like everyone around the world and how they're living their life, and they got exposure to you and how you're living your life, and you're seeing all these like different examples of I don't know how to say this.
Digital stars?
Not digital. What?
No.
Talk about influencers.
Yeah.
No. Look. Here's the thing about the internet. Let's all be honest for a second. The internet didn't really help that much.
I disagree.
Okay, you can disagree. Have you been online?
Yes.
Have you seen the people online?
Yes.
All right. How
No,
many
no,
people? How many people online can you tolerate?
That's a completely different thing. That no.
I know, I'm getting to a certain point. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
No.
It's because online wasn't really what reshaped us. No, we were all getting online for certain things. What reshaped us is basically the idea that we can actually just fly everywhere that's close by, cheap flights, and actually live a certain way. TVs, NBC, when it expanded, we got more than just the regular damn shows every single damn time. We started looking at new things, trying new things, opening up the whole localization of restaurants and everything that's been happening, new restaurants, new atmosphere, new vibe. All of that, I think, played a major role more than the internet.
I think all of that did help, but the starting point for that, you know, exposure, as Turk said, was the internet. When you started getting into chat rooms, when you started having forums, when you started actually connecting with people from across the
You
country.
make it sound like we were all in chat rooms and forums having intellectual conversations.
I'm not saying
I was. I don't know about you.
Oh, you're full of shit. He just found out what critical thinking is. Talk about
Oh, there. Vincina.com at AOL.
I actually have online friends from 2004, 2005. Like people that I got into like different communities with, and we still speak and we're still connected.
All right, I'm asking you a question. How many times did you get online to have intellectual conversations? And how many times were you looking for a date?
No. It's
You
about
never
having a
go
shared
there
interest.
looking for an
All
interest.
right, all right. Relax.
It's about having a shared interest. That's the thing. It was about having a shared interest at that time. That shared interest was in a certain literary novel.
Listeners, one day we'll be very, very honest with y'all.
You're talking
Right
about
now, it's
Harry
not the time for
Potter?
us
It
to
was
be
Harry
honest.
Potter fan fiction,
Okay.
bro. You want me to say it?
One day we'll be honest.
It was Harry Potter.
It seems like today the guys don't want to be honest. It's all good.
It was
It's all
not-
good.
For real, it was Harry Potter.
No, it's
fan
not for
fiction.
real.
That's what it was.
No, you ignored my point. You're saying for real on your point, so it's not really for real.
That's a different point. That's a different point, though. That's a different point.
Wow.
Because we're talking.
This is why I'm telling you I don't agree on the whole thing about. I think the best thing the internet gave us is actually understanding what women actually feel and think. I think that gives us more than whatever the hell else you're thinking. Because you're speaking to me that in 2004 everybody was speaking English and they're online. No,
No, there weren't.
exactly. And what ايش كان منتديات? Do you remember?
عالم حواء.
So
أبو نواف.
don't make me put you in a corner.
Abu Nawaf.
I won't put you in a corner about
Rather,
this.
you're arguing the same point.
تفضل.
The internet gave us a lot of exposure. Okay, life on the internet is completely different, but what information you got from the internet when it started is exactly what you.
There's a difference of what you got from the internet and what you got from talking to other people.
How did you get to talk to other people? You only had one stream of information coming.
So when I opened Microsoft Messenger, hello,
Yeah,
the people that I have there are the people that I added myself. So explain to me that.
That, but
No, you got-
that's different. That's different than having communities that you went on. That's two different things.
What were the communities, ya shabab?
Anna-
Don't give
Anna,
me
for
hypotheticals.
Anna, for me, it was blogging communities. People who were into blogging, people who just got into blogging, people who would talk about, Harry Potter was one of the things we talked about. Lord of the Rings was one of the another things we talked about. That was me. That's my jam.
I appreciate your love of nerd culture.
Yes,
Shamsi.
Thank
you very much.
It's actually real.
I'm gonna accept that BS,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna let it slide because obviously we're not gonna be honest today.
That's you.
I'm just saying. I'm being honest. I'm calling exactly what it is. A spade is a spade.
Same thing you said.
تفضل تفضل.
What we got,
أحلى
what, what'd you say?
تسليكة.
what we got from the internet is understanding women. How did we get that? By getting a more broad stream of information coming towards you, instead of having the same thing being like fed to you through one channel. We had TV. That's all we had. We had TV and newspapers, and that's all the information we got.
There was the environment you grew up in that would affect a lot
True.
of your views.
Yes, exactly. And once you got the internet, you get exposed to other
Different
environments. Yes.
That's been amazing and great. I will accept this bullshit.
Please do.
Yeah.
Take it with the heartiest gratitude.
I will
Yes.
not accept.
We shall give you a knife and fork.
Yeah.
to
Okay. All
enjoy.
right. I'm gonna let that slide down.
Is there? What's
The
it called?
day will come when I will ask this same question again.
Okay, what's the thing called? The handkerchief. We'll give you a handkerchief.
Don't give me no handkerchief. Why you give me handkerchiefs for?
It's just
to what?
raise the white flag.
No, I'm not raising no white flag. Y'all are raising the white flag. All of you, like, I had to quit this conversation real quick.
We
all good.
we're
Maybe
all,
when tolerance gets to 100%, we'll talk about it.
the fact that we're still doing this
We'll see y'all
podcast.
next year.
The fact that we're still doing this podcast shows how tolerant we are of each other. I'm happy for that.
I think we're going to cut that.
I think we're gonna cut that one. That's bullshit,
Yeah.
yo. Yeah, that's bullshit. Anyway, we out. Peace.
Peace.